All right, so the ultimate best TV shows of all time tier list maker. I classify myself as a TV show connoisseur. So if there's any of these shows that I just haven't watched, I'll be pretty intrigued. So we got GOAT tier, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and haven't seen so don't remember. 13 reasons why. I remember watching that, I want to say around like COVID of 2020. I remember they were hyping it up in my high school. I just wasn't really watching shows at the time, so I didn't even know what they were talking about. I remember that one mop scene. That's all I gotta say about that. I put that in B tier. How's my camera looking? I've never seen, I think that's Kat Dennings on her right. I saw her in, I want to say WandaVision. Did not look like her whatsoever. Definitely some pretty good clips or something of her. I've never seen 24. 30 Rock, have not seen that. Which one is this? The Unfortunate Events. I remember a book, something along the lines of a series of unfortunate events. Is it that? I've only seen the book, if it is that. My god, bro, this quality is actually god awful. Like, I literally have to zoom up there every single thing. According to him, never seen it a day in my life. Adventure Ooh, they got some. Wait, hold on. Yo. Hold on. I was like, Adventure Time. It's like a Cartoon Network. Adventure Time, that's a good show. I really watched more of Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, so I didn't watch as much. But I would say Adventure Time was like one of my favorites. I'll put that in B as well. I'll put that in B tier. Afterlife. Never seen that a day in my life. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I need to catch up on the Marvel shows for sure. And we have, I genuinely can't even read what that says. I have not seen that. American Dad. Probably have a decent memory. I remember watching that towards the, like, somewhere in the 2010s, I want to say. It was this, and it was Family Guy. I don't have a lot of this B tier ones, to be honest. Wait, which one was the C, Albert? Which one? Adventure Time, or which one? Like, from what I remember, there was this yellow guy, and it was Finn with his backpack. Remember this one episode where they went to like a castle? Didn't Finn have like a girlfriend, I want to say? Like, there's only so much stuff that you can really remember at the end of the day. There's only so much stuff. Ages, I've never seen that, to be honest. I've never seen that. It's okay, but yeah, if y'all see anything, let me know as well. I haven't seen like any of the ones that I'm looking at right now. American God, I have not seen that. I've not seen this. I genuinely have, like, what is the point of making the photo just not have the name of the show? Like, that generally makes zero sense. That generally just makes no sense whatsoever. But whatever. We got bro, I swear I'm not trolling right now. I literally cannot see these shows. Archer, does that say? Nope, not seen that. Okay, I finally see a show that I have watched. It's not this one, by the way, or it's not the next one, really. That one kind of reminded me of Scrubs, which that was a classic show. I remember watching that. Arrow, I've not seen Arrow. A typical Avatar, if I have watched that, I don't remember that. Okay, finally, a show that I've actually watched in the last like 2 or 3 years, Barry. Bro, this guy right here on Barry, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but he's a menace to society. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a menace to society. What did he? I'm not gonna spoil anything, but let's just say he's a menace to society, and he got what it was coming to him at the end. Let's just say that. What, Albert? Nope. No recollection of this. Batman the. Or I swear I'm not tripping, bro. It's literally just not me. It's these images that's terrible. Nope. I've heard of Baywatch. I've not seen that though. But that's what I'm saying. I literally have to zoom in with glasses. I'm literally about to hit my head on my monitor right now. I'm like, what is this? Like, should I zoom in even more? Like, I've heard of Baywatch. I haven't seen that though. Just a little bit better for sure. Beavis and Butthead. I've heard of that. Never watched that. Might have watched an episode or two. I just don't recall. Okay, finally, one of the hood classics, Better Call Saul. I was saying earlier, I don't know if I'm gonna put 3 or 5 shows in GOAT tier. I think this is just, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a lot more higher on Better Call Saul than probably you, Albert. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember the last TV show I watched that's not animated. That's a you type of show. I don't know which one that was. B, since you like Fanboy and Chump. I literally told you that was literally a troll show, but every Saturday, I remember as a kid, I would definitely tune in, but I would watch anything. I agree, Albert. I think on my top 10 list, I had Better Call Saul on, I have it in my top 5. So if it's in my top 5, I gotta put it as, it's not on GOAT tier. But that's just, I have it in my top 5. I don't know. I have to watch more shows. Maybe I have to like fix my list up, but yeah, Nacho. I just hate. Oh man, I was really rooting for what's her name, Kim and my boy Jimmy, but this man Jimmy he's a funny guy, man. He's a funny guy. 90210, I've not seen that. Is this Big Little Lies? I've not. Big Mouth. Okay, if you want to talk about Fanboy and Chum Chum level trolls, Big Mouth. That is a show for demented people. You watch one episode of Big Mouth, bro, you're literally gonna lose a million brain cells. Big Mouth S tier. Oh my. Okay, I'm putting that C tier, but I have to look it up. This is on Netflix, right? I want to see how many episodes I got into Big Mouth. April Fools. Okay, good, Albert. Good. I'll put it at C. It's a nice troll show. I might have watched like the first 2 seasons for some odd reason. No, I watched the first season. I watched the first season. That was about it. I did not tune in after that. I watched 10 episodes, and that was about it. I watched like a minute into season 2, and I was like, "Yeah, we get on that brain right." That's the definition of that show right there for sure. Billions. Nope. Okay, Black Mirror. I know a lot of y'all have seen Black Mirror. I have never seen Black Mirror a day in my life. I might have to add that to my list. You was fucking with Planet Sheen. I like Jimmy Neutron, so maybe you've watched that as a kid, maybe. Okay, I need to add it to my list because I had a lot of people talking about Black Mirror. Where's my list of shows at? Okay. I have not, bro. People talk about Black Mirror to me for like a decade or something like that. I just have never gotten into it. That and what's the show with bro from Oppenheimer, Peaky Blinders. But I watched Peaky Blinders. Hot take. I couldn't even last like 10 minutes, bro. I'll be honest. I'm gonna have to. Maybe I get back into that. That's how I felt early on about Stranger Things. And then I got back and I was like in my top 10 favorite shows. So, oh, dude, when Empire first came out, bro, I just stopped watching it. I remember I used to watch it with my sister. Oh, that used to be a hood classic. Oh, I just don't remember that much. But I remember that guy. What's his name? The guy that basically beat up himself. What's his name? Jussie Smollett, Chicago's Finest. I know it was like a music show, but I'm sorry, I just don't really remember too much about it. But I might eventually get back into Empire. When it first came out, everybody was on that. Yeah. That was a classic. Bob's Burgers. I put Bob's Burgers somewhere between like B or C, to be honest. I didn't really watch it too much. It was a cool show for sure. Another interesting troll show. Where's the Sidemen show? But I literally watched the last season of the Sidemen, man. They had what's it called? They had a couple trolls in there. Bro, I didn't know they even made a season 1. I saw Phantom was in season 1 when I was watching season 2. But what's up, Ramo? Still doing a little bit of trolling as usual. We got Body. Never seen that a day in my life. Bro, how have I not watched all of these shows? Like, are these real shows? Am I just getting trolled right now? BoJack Horseman. I can't say I've watched that show. Bonanza. No, I've not watched that. You may as well watch the Beast Games. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't. Like, I think it was, I only watched, like, reactions of, like, Mr. Beast. I don't really just watch Mr. Beast on its own. But I think it was either Flight or Cast. He reacted to like the first 2 episodes and I watched it with them. But I didn't like. I have Amazon. I'm not just going on Amazon Prime and loading up Mr. Beast games. My dad watches Bonanza. Really, I've never. Oh, my neighbor upstairs, my landlord. What's that old show that people like watching? Downton Abbey. Like, he's literally not a real person. Like, every time I go upstairs, he's literally watching that shit. I forget John was watching the Cube live premiere. Yeah, I literally watched the entire Cube series, Bump. Nearly Departed. I literally watched that entire series. But where's season 2 at? What is this? I literally can't read what that is. Oh my god, we got my GOAT show coming up soon. Get out the way. Breaking Bad, greatest show of all time. Finally added to the GOAT tier. No spoilers, but the endings of both Breaking Bad and The Sopranos are hysterical for both main characters. They kind of went out basically in the same way. It was just like tough. Gotta stop. What do you mean gotta stop? It's literally a nice game show, man. I don't know, when I get older, I'll probably get into more game shows. I might have to tap into the Jeopardy, to the Wheel of Fortune, when I start entering my Unk era, so, yeah. Spoilers, yeah, in case. I literally only started watching these, like 2 or something years ago. Hey, man. Okay, is that... I was about to say, is that Castle? When is that Charlie Sheen on the left? I don't think that's him. I've heard of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've never seen that before. There's a lot of shows that I just, over like a decade and some change, I just haven't watched. Buffy. I've heard of it, never seen it. Californication. Nope. Castle. Alright, bro, y'all are giving me NPC shows. What is with these Chicago shows back to back? Y'all seen these? Chicago Fire? Chicago PD? Bro, tell me these are real shows, Romel. Bro, I said when I enter my Unk era, and I'm not 25, I'm literally 22. I don't know what these gimmicks are that's going on right now. No, like, these are not real shows. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to shows, I'm a hype beast. Never seen Criminal Minds. Really, you have seen them. I don't rank 2K YouTubers. I don't know what I'm reading right now. I'm trying to get these out the way. I don't want to go too slowly. What show was this? Dark. Deadwood. 1:06 p.m. Gotta stop. Alright. You telling me there's a show called Dear White People? Yeah, I literally show you my list of TV show connoisseur, bro. Look at these shows. These are not real. These are literally NPC level shows. Like I just said, I'm literally a hype beast, so these are not real shows in my book. Okay, I'm behind. I literally said next, and in like a month or so, I'll get on Dexter. My fault. I'll get to it soon. I'll get to it soon. I'll get to it soon. I literally talked about this earlier. My neighbor upstairs literally always watching Downton Abbey. Look at this. Look at this, bro. I didn't even look at that before. Okay, Doctor Who. I've never seen, bro. But I have to see that next. 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 Oh my God! They actually have my show. Okay, y'all probably have never heard of the show a day in your life, Dynasty. Bro, I know. I have to watch it next. But let me go on my Dynasty spiel. Bro, this show, they have Liz Gillies from Victorious on there. It's a really good show. I really like this show. I'm putting this at a B tier. It's like, it's kind of like a show for older people though, I would say. It's like a English soap opera. It's just, I don't know. I started watching it when I had COVID and I just went on a binge watch and I just couldn't stop watching it, so. That's a really good. And then they have the older series. I never watched this one, to be honest. Midnessy. Okay, buddy. Not seen that. Yeah, I'm watching the El Chapo show. Yeah, I'm good, buddy. Elementary, no. ER, no. Okay, Family Guy. RI Legend. Family Guy. Gotta put this in the A tier for sure. Shout out to RI's Finest. My dog Peter Griffin. Shout out to Lois. My dog Brian. S tier. But I just haven't seen an episode of Family Guy. I'll be honest, I haven't seen an episode of Family Guy in at least half a decade. Like, there's just so much stuff that I just forget from it. Like, you can only remember so many things at a particular point. I just have I don't have the greatest memories of the shows Family Guy episodes. You from Rhode Island? That's basically the UK. Okay, man. Faulty Towers, another not real show. Not real. Firefly, Fleabag. Alright, bro. Y'all just giving me fake shows at this point. Okay, man. Who paid y'all to put these shows on there? Another NPC show. Oh, I'll be honest. There's definitely some shows in there that I've heard about. It's just, I just haven't gotten around to watching it. RI Legend, yeah. Nets KG. I mean, what season are they on? Like 25, 30? I mean, I'm not watching that to this day, but not to sound old, but back in my day, I remember watching it when they still drop weekly episodes, huh? I remember did they have those games? They had it drop after like football games, right? I want to say on like Fox, off the top of my head. Yeah, that, and then they had American Dad. Friends. I'll be honest with y'all. I heard a lot about Friends. I've never watched it. I've never watched it. Okay, so they got some Disney shows in here too. Oh, you Full House. Shout out, what's his name? RP to my dog, man. RP to my dog. Oh my god, the fact that I'm actually forgetting his name and I was actually diabolical. What's his name? RP to my boy, Bob Saget. AKA Danny Tanner. They had oh, that was hysterical. I remember watching that. I need to rewatch that, to be honest. Oh, that was tough. That was a tough show. Yeah, I remember they had Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Oh, that's classic. That's peak. That is actually peak. Futurama. I've definitely seen some episodes, but I don't remember like anything from it. I've definitely seen it. This was on Cartoon Network. What do they used to call it? Cartoon Network. Not After Dark. Some shit. I forgot what they called it. I've never seen Game of Thrones, and no, another hood classic. I know I'm slacking on that. General Hospital. I heard people talking about this. Isn't this on? Yeah, Adult Swim. I've never seen that, by the way. I know, hot take. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've never seen Hunger Games, any show of that nature for the most part. No, I have not seen it. But what's the show that's like kind of connected to Game of Thrones? I have not seen that too. What show is connected? House of the Dragon. I have not seen that. House of Dragons. Yeah, I just had to look it up. But I have not seen this. I don't watch like that, like genre. I would say of. Forgot I had this Cardi B going. Yeah, I've not seen that, by the way. I don't know. So it's not really my genre as of now. Aaron Rodgers is in the season finale. Gotta stop. Of what show? Was it the show that I saw Stephen A. Smith in, General Hospital? Like, this can't be a real show if they got trolls in it. Game of Thrones? Gotta be stopped, Albert. Gotta be stopped. I thought we'd have to crack my neck to see what the name of the show is. I literally still can't see what. Is that oh yeah, that's the Gilmore Girls. I've heard of that. I never watched it though. Glee. I was never into Glee, to be honest. I was never into Glee. Is this the video, Albert? I've heard about Glee, in like the, I want to say early to mid 2010s. I'll be honest, I just never got into Glee. That's like one of those singing shows, right? It's like one of those singing shows. I'm gonna start speeding past. Look how many shows we still have left. I'm just taking my sweet time. Okay, never seen Glow, never seen Golden Girls, never seen The Good Wife, Gossip Girl. What is this? Does that say? Yeah, this is Gotham, right? Oh, Gravity Falls. That was a Disney. I'll put Gravity Falls like a B. From what I remember, that was a really good. This was a Disney XD show. Ooh, I just hate how I just have like no memory of any of these shows nowadays. You can only remember so much information, but I've definitely remember old men dementia. Like, there's only so many things that you can remember. That's the worst thing. If I ever have dementia, like, what is even the point for me if I just can't remember things? Like, that would be literally the worst possible thing, to be honest. Grey's Anatomy, never got into that, even though I literally keep seeing they're still making new seasons to this day for some odd reason. Hannibal, nope. Happy, don't know what that is. Hawaii 5-0, Hawaii mentioned. You watch this, Albert? Heroes, How I Met Your Mother. We talked about this literally like last stream when they had the girl from The Penguin. What's her name? Kristen Milioti, I want to say. Her character on How I Met Your Mother was so different from The Penguin. Not so boring, really. How I Met Your Mother, I'm not gonna lie, that's a good B show. NCIS better. I've never really gotten to any of those shows, like those crime shows either. But I have How I Met Your Mother at a B tier. What's his name? Neil Patrick Harris, like one of the main actors for the show. But that guy's hysterical. And they had Robin from the show as well. She was in The Last of Us on HBO, and they had, what's his name? His name was Ted as well. I actually like that show, to be honest. I feel like I rewatched it a couple years back, but like, it's just incredibly small memories of it. It was better than the show. Bro, do not spoil anything about me from the Last of Us. I have not played the game. I don't know how anything goes, but I honestly really like the first season of the show. I don't know when anything's gonna go down. I don't really read any of the comments because people that play the game know the show is gonna end. And I remember that one episode where they literally just two guys together just threw me for a loop. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. This guy looks familiar. I've never seen that though. If it ain't the second season. Yeah, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it, but I liked it. You know, they were traveling, went through so much things together. I should like that. I really like that. They're really about to make a God of War show. Never played the game. Wait, really? I mean, shit. After seeing what the Last of Us did, maybe games should start doing more like TV shows, like based on that. Like, I know that went insane, like numbers wise. Given me, I never played the game, like I said, but that was a really good series for sure. I don't know what this is. Murder, Home Improvement. Not seen that. Imposters. I've told myself I wanted to watch it because they had what's her name, Debbie Ryan from Jesse, and that's how I got into Dynasty with Elizabeth Gillies. But I had it saved to like my list. I just haven't gotten around to it. I think I heard of something around the line of like a flight attendant show, or maybe that was girl off of Big Bang Theory, some flight attendant shit. I just haven't gotten around to it, so yeah, we put it out there. Not seen that. Sunny the 13th, not seen that. Zombie, Jane the Virgin, I've heard of that, not seen it though. Jericho, again, Jessica Jones. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I just got these shows recently, so I was watching Breaking Bad, like 2 years ago or something like that. And what's her name? Kristen Ritter. She was in the show. She was Jesse's quote unquote girlfriend, but she was like a crackhead. So I looked her up and I saw that she was in this. Like, she definitely like popped out. I was like, oh, who is this? And she was in this Marvel show. I didn't see it, but again, like, I kind of like save it to my list. I just haven't seen it though. Killing Eye, no, I'm not seeing that. The King of Queens. Is that Kevin James in the middle? Yeah, it is. I haven't seen that though. Nightfall, Law and Order, but I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, Law and Order, that shit had me scarred, bro. Like, ever since that day, bro, my sister is obsessed with watching Law and Order. I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, that shit scared me, bro. So for me personally, bro, I'm not gonna rank this. I'm just gonna put it here. That shit just messed me up, bro. Just seeing death like that. Oh my god, I hate that shit, bro. I really do. It's kind of ironic because I watch shows now that have death all the time, and I was like, oh, whatever. But as a kid, that shit literally scarred me, bro. It's just how they just go like to the police station and just have all these insane ways that people just die. Just threw me for a loop at the time. Criminal's Intent is Peak Law and Order. Really. I remember that. I forgot what that girl's name is off Law and Order. I think she's still doing it. The Leftovers, I have not seen that. What is this? What? I'm trying to see what this is. No, whatever. Alien, no. Alright, bro. There's gonna be like 10 in a row that I just have not seen. I've heard of MASH. I've not seen it though. Lost. I've heard of Lost as well. Never heard of Louis a day in my life. Never heard of that. Or that. Lucifer. This one is insane, bro. I literally have not seen any of these. I'm literally just. I'm not really gonna talk. I'm just gonna go on. I remember Malcolm in the Middle. That was on. It wasn't on any of the. That might have been like on Fox or something like that. It might have been on like Fox. Malcolm in the Middle. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put that at the worst. I don't have a fond memory of it. I'll probably have it like a C. I'll give it a ranking. I'll give it a What the fuck? That shit just scared the hell out of me. Where did I just put that at? Hello? What the hell just happened, bro? I put this. What? What the hell just happened? Whatever though. But I have that in seats or whatever the hell that went. Man, just running through these shows like he's on Tinder full of crackers. Marco Polo new. Married with Children. I was talking about this the other day on Twitter because I saw that my boy, what was his name on there? I think his name was Al, right? Was his name Al on Married with Children? Really enough, I watched this on TBS as a kid. I get it's like a shout out. What's his name? The last name is diabolical. He has a terrible last name. So as soon as I think of him, I think of Ed Bundy, the war criminal. Yeah, I'll give it a. From what I remember, this was a good show. Well, look how much I have to scrub to put this up. I haven't seen like I literally said I should know 90% of these shows. I don't know like 95% of them. Oh, this is actually insane. Actually, no. I'm sorry, Big Mouth. You gotta go to D tier. I'm sorry, brother. Married with Children. Nah, I'll be honest. Married with Children was a good show. I'll put that as B. That was a good. That wasn't a mid show. That was a good show for sure. Not seen that. Never seen Midhunter. Misfits, Modern Family. Again, heard a good amount about it. They have Sofia Vergara, and I think they have what's his name? The guy I just talked about. Al Bundy off this show. I think he's on Modern Family. He is Ed O'Neill. Shout out to Unc. Shout out to Unc. Not seen that though. Mom new. Alright, bro. Let's get these NPC shows out the way. Murder, She Wrote. I know that song. Narcos. That's on Netflix. I've not seen that. NCIS. I've never watched a single episode of NCIS. Los Angeles or regular. New Girl. New. This is a insane run right now. New. One Tree Hill. Orange is the New Black. I'll be honest, and now my answer is new. I've heard of it though for sure. Hinge Run. Okay, finally a show that I know, not this one, bro. Ozark. This is in my top 10 favorite shows of all time. I think this is an A tier. Shout out to Jason Bateman. This is a really good show. What's it called? Another one of my favorite characters on there. Ruth is a menace to society. And who else do they have on there? Jonah, who at the end, he's him. What I say is he's him. Yeah. Oz. Watching TV shows like there's hardly any melanin in them. All right, gotta stop. Parks and Recreation. I've heard about it, like most of these shows. I just haven't gotten around to watching them if they're not like on a streaming platform, which is just probably on like something that I don't have, which is like what's that thing that I don't have? I don't know. It's not Apple TV. It's on some other stuff that I don't have. I might have to get back into Peaky Blinders, bro. I just said it earlier. I tried to watch like 10 minutes into it. I just couldn't get past it, man. I don't know what it was. I don't know, man. Pingu, no. Powerful Creature, no. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that's definitely an A. Again, I wish I had more memories of the show, but I do remember that was hysterical. Shout out to Will Smith. Shout out to Unc. Oh my god, one of my favorite shows of all time, again, Prison Break. Shout out to my GOAT, Michael Scofield. You got the terrorist Lincoln. But they were one of the weird shows. They had a season like 4 or 5 or whatever. They made the next season, the last season, like a decade later. They look like older too, but I couldn't go out with how they went out with the season before the last season. But thankfully, They came out with that last season, and it fed families. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Psych New, Revenge, Rick and Morty. I put Rick and Morty at a. Rick and Morty is another one of those brain rot shows. I'll put them both together. I'll put Big Mouth with Rick and Morty. 2 brain rot shows. Yeah, I'll put Big Mouth back as nah. Rick and Morty's above Big Mouth. Let's be serious. Rick and Morty's above Big Mouth. Ooh, we got the troll show, Riverdale. Riverdale was my shit for a while. I'm not gonna lie. I did watch the whole entire series, but at the end they made the end like a musical, and the script writers just went. They just literally might have took like methamphetamine and cocaine, like infused drinks, but for the beginning, and then they randomly just went off the rails. So much insane things happened, but I give Riverdale a B, man. I give Riverdale a B. That's a low B though, I'll be honest. That's a low B. I really gotta look how much, like, alright, bro. I gotta start yapping. I gotta stop yapping. Let me just lock in. I've not seen that or that. Oh, Scrubs is a B. I watched that again earlier as a child. I think my sister we used to watch that together. Me and my sister. Seinfeld, never seen that. I'll be honest. I know. Sex in the City, Sex Education. I put that as a B tier. This man Otis, if you know, you know, just got pissed me off. Bro had some fine shit and just messed it up. He's literally not a real person. Shameless. There's 2 Shameless. I'm guessing one of these are the newest ones. I don't know. That's on Netflix. I haven't seen it as well. I need to get into that for sure though. Sherlock, have not seen. The Simpsons. Simpsons is an A tier as well. Hood classic show. Shout out to Homer. Shout out to Marge. That's a really good show. That's a really good show right there for sure. Nope. No idea what that is. Skins, Smallville, Sneaky Pete. I'm sure that's a real show. Sopranos GOAT show. Probably my second favorite show of all time. Shout out to Tony Soprano. That's an incredible show. I think I watched it for the first time like 2 years ago, I want to say. On at the time HBO Max. It's a great mob boss show. Literally great mob boss show. South Park. From what I remember, I have it as a B. I was never that big into South Park though, so I don't have the greatest opinion of it, I'll be honest. I think it still goes on to this day, but I just haven't really watched it. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob, that's an S tier for sure. I don't have it in GOAT tier just because I probably wouldn't have like an animated show, I would say, off the top of my head, any GOAT tier. I just have like live action shows, I would say. But SpongeBob, especially as a kid, that's one of them ones right there. Shout out to my GOAT SpongeBob, Patrick Star. You got Sandy Cheeks, you got the troll, Mr. Krabs, talked about him yesterday. You got the troll Plankton. You got Mrs. Puff. You got Mr. Krabs' daughter. I forgot what her name was. See, that's a good show right there. Ooh, I've never gone to Star Trek or Star Wars, I'll be honest. Oh, we got a hood classic coming up. Pearl, yep. Shout out GOAT Pearl. Wait, what? What happened, Albert? What is this? Hold on. I gotta zoom because I'm trying to see if this is what I think it is. Wait, on what part? The Star Trek or the Star Wars, Albert? Bro, I never got into Star Wars, I'll be honest with you, Albert. I'm trying to see, is this Stranger Things or am I tripping? Oh yeah, it is Stranger Things. The fact that I have to zoom in this much to see if this show is actually insane, by the way. Yeah, that is Stranger Things. I never got into that. I never got into Stranger Things, Star Trek, what's it called? Harry Potter, the other thing that's like kind of that theme as well. I just never got into that, to be honest. Oh, we got a classic at the end. Stranger Things. I have Stranger Things in S tier. I don't think it's in my top 3. It's definitely in my top 10 though. Hopefully with this last season it can kind of like catapult back maybe into my top 5. But again, I started watching the show initially. I was like, I don't know. And then whatever the last season was with the Vecna. Oh, that was fire. My favorite character in this right now is probably obviously shout out to Eleven. But what's her name? I know her name IRL is Sadie Sink. What's her name of the show though? I think it's Max, right? Yeah, Max. Shout out to Max. And then you got Steve, who's like 30 years old, but that Cook, I guess. Suits, another one of my S tier shows. Actually, no, Suits is my GOAT tier. Suits is the first show that I've watched that I quite literally couldn't stop watching, especially when I got that to the last couple. Now, the last 2 seasons honestly were tough. Mac's boyfriend and the other girl who works with Steve. That's tough. That is tough. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that girl that worked with Steve was honestly, I thought they were gonna be together. What was her name again? Oh my god, what was her name? How did I forget to what's it called? Nancy the troll. Not the troll. She's honestly pretty intellectual. What was her name though in the show? Yeah, Robin. I'm ready to work together at the... It was like a movie theater, I want to say, off the top of my head, right? That was hysterical. Yeah, Suits. Face clean. You. What was I talking about? Let's check a thought. Oh yeah, I forgot one of them. I do remember that girl. What was her name? Grace something. She's in, or she was at the time at least in Phase, right? She was in like one episode, and that just got her into Phase. Okay, man. It was literally in one episode, by the way, of Stranger Things. Whatever though. Was she even on screen for like 5 minutes? Yeah, let me stop yapping. All right, whatever. Oh my days. I'm not gonna lie, after watching that Simon new season, I just found myself randomly just saying UK shit. It's actually gotta be stopped. Yeah, like I was saying about Suits. When I found out the thing about Mike, I couldn't stop watching. I literally had a live tweet about it too. Oh man, shout out to Mike, Harvey, what's her name in the show? Rachel, Donna. My favorite shows of all time. That was an incredible show. I even learned a lot about courtroom, the law as well. It's a really good show overall. You got the troll Lewis, Jessica. Love that show right there. That's a hood classic. Let me see. Game starts pretty soon. I'm gonna try to speed past this. Never seen Supernatural or Supergirl. 2.5 Men. Oh my god. But I'm not gonna lie. When they had Ashton Kutcher in and they didn't have Charlie Sheen, I'm not gonna lie. That's when I really stopped watching the show. But shout out to the a dog on the right. What's his name? I want to say Alan. But this man Charlie Sheen, I forgot what his name of the show is, bro. He literally pulled everybody in the show, bro. Like, he actually had to be stopped. Bro, Charlie Sheen, bro. He literally pulled, every day he had a new girl, bro. He's literally... This gotta be at least a B tier show. This is a really good show. But yeah, I don't know why they just had that storyline where they just took Charlie Sheen out of the script, and then they had Ashton Kutcher in there. All of a sudden, just pop up, and I think they might have brought back Charlie Sheen from the show. I think he has something going on behind the scenes as well. I didn't really look into it, like any research, but apparently he has some allegations, but I'm not caught up on that, unfortunately, to speak about that. Teen Wolf, no, that 70s show, weirdly enough, I have not seen that 70s show, but I have watched recently on Netflix that 90s show, and honestly, good show. But if I have watched it, I have no recollection of it whatsoever, so I'm gonna put it at haven't watched that, still remember. I have not seen the 100, The Americans, nope. Big Bang Theory, B tier show. Shout out to Penny in the show. Penny, if you know, you know. What's my boy's name as well? I hate how I just watch shows and I just forget certain cast members. Shout out my boy Sheldon, Penny, Leonard with the glasses. You got the troll, Howard. That's a good show right there. That's a good show. He was P. Diddy. He might be IRL P. Diddy too. Oh my god. Should have just on my other monitor. Blacklist. Yeah. I said what, Big Bang Theory, B tier, really good show. Kind of got into some like scientific things as well. It was comedy. Really good show overall, I would say. I rewatched that like a year or two ago on Max. Bridge, I've not seen that. Sabrina, no. The Crown, End of the World. I haven't seen The Flash. I've heard of it for sure though. The Grand, no, I've not watched that. The It Crowd, The Last Kingdom. The End of the World, The Mentalist, Newsroom. The Newsroom, no, I'm not seeing that. Night of. No, I'm not seeing that. The Office. Is that The Office? The Office? Or is that like a spin-off of The Office? Doesn't look like The Office picture. Is that The Office Office? No, that's the... Oh no. That's the British The Office. But I literally had to look this shit up, however. It's literally the British Office. The Office UK. Like, what in the gimmick is this? Hot take. Not hot take, but shockingly, I've also not seen the US Office either. So I got to put this in this tier. Oh, The Office. I literally was talking about it. The US Office. I have not seen it. I know. I have not seen The Office. I know, man. I know it's a hood classic. I know. I haven't seen it, man. I haven't. Oh, that's the OG. Yeah, I haven't seen the UK or the actual The Office either. Orville, nope. I have not seen that. The Tudor, I don't know what this picture is, but I might have to tune in after seeing that. Let me stop. The Twilight Zone, no. No. The West Wing, okay. The Wire, finally a good show. The Wire, I have that in my top 10. My favorite character on there, hot take. Shout out to my boy Jimmy McNulty. But I was based in Baltimore. It was like a crime show, crime action. I'm quickly look this up as well. But my boy from here was on Suits as well. What's his name? My boy, oh, what's his name? Oh my God, come on. It was like he worked with McNulty. He was in Suits as Rachel's dad and a lawyer too. I know a girl that watched The Office like 30 times. Gotta be stopped. Needs to be locked away. But I've not even watched it like once. Like I might have caught an episode, but I haven't gone to like a streaming platform and just like typed in The Office and watched it. I don't know. This was a really good show for sure. Who do I like on the show? Stringer Bell, Avon, and then they added Snoop. Snoop was alright. Yeah, Bunk from The Wire. He's in Suits as well. Michael B. Jordan was there for a little bit as Wallace too. That was definitely a good show for sure. My boy Cuddy too, who like he had his own gym. He was like helping the young kids out. Alright. Got these gimmick shows out the way. True Detective. Another ones I've heard of. Not seen that though. Finish the Fight, Twin Peaks, The Umbrella Academy. Again, I've heard of it. I've not seen it though. Under the Dome, Vampire Diaries, Nope, Veep. Okay, I haven't seen any of these shows except for this one right here. I'll put this right here. Young Sheldon is, I think, the sequel or whatever you call it to Big Bang Theory, and I think they're doing another like sequel to Young Sheldon. So they're doing a sequel of a sequel. So I don't know how that even makes any sense, but I guess, man. But yeah, I haven't not seen Young Sheldon. I haven't seen You. You comes out, I think, April. I'll definitely be tapped into that. My boy Joe Goldberg, he's a menace to society. He needs to be stopped. They had Jenna Ortega there for a little bit too, as like a side character. This guy is generally a menace. I was rooting for him in Love, but like I said, he's a menace to society, so he is a menace. That's all I gotta say about him. He is generally one of the most insane characters I've seen in a while. But he settled down with I have this in my top 10. I think I might have this at, I have it on S. I gotta get my knowledge back up on You as well, on the characters. Who do they have in there as of recently? They had yeah, the Marianne shit. Who was he with last? Who? Let me see. Who is it right now? He's with, oh yeah, Kate. She's from like the UK or like British or whatever the hell. I realize this shows his ass. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is just not real shows. Like, they're just not real. Shocking, you never watched Walking Dead or The Grand Tour? I have not seen that, to be honest. Or Westworld. Yeah, I'll just quickly skim past this. Let me see if I want to make any adjustments before I go ahead and end this off. So, GOAT tier, my top 3 shows of all time: Breaking Bad, Sopranos, Suits, Better Call Saul, Prison Break, SpongeBob, Hood Classic, of course, Stranger Things. I might have that in, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm waiting for his next season. But the Vecna shit, that fed families. You, Menace to Society, but we got you in this. Family Guy, Full House, Ozark was really good. I need to see what else did I have in my top 10 shows that just weren't on here. I would have put them in my, at least the A tier. So my top 10, I went through this like last week, but it was Breaking Bad, Sopranos, Suits, Better Call Saul, Prison Break. Actually, they had basically all of my top 10 shows on there. Who the hell is calling me right now from WhatsApp? What the fuck is this? But yeah. Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, Suits, Better Call Saul, Prison Break, The Wire, Stranger Things, The Boys. If they had The Boys on here, that would have been an S. The Boys is such an elite show. That's Succession on here, and another one of my top 10 shows right now, Succession. Succession is on Max. Shout out to my who's my favorite character on there? Kendall, and I like Shiv as well. Yeah, that is my official TV shows tier list. Let me look at the B tier real quick. Season 5, we will be seated for that for sure. 13 Reasons Why, Adventure Time, American Dad, Barry, Bob's Burgers, Dynasty, Gravity Falls, How I Met Your Mother, Married with Children, Riverdale, Scrubs, Sex Education, South Park, 2.5 Men, Big Bang Theory, and The Wire. And then the rest is right over here. A lot of things that I have to keep up and watch apparently. But some of these are on my list of shows that I'm going to watch soon. Some of these I watched as a kid, I just have no fond memory of them. And some of them I just won't watch, but it is what it is at the end of the day. That is the official TV shows tier list. Definitely a lot of things that I have not watched on here. I was not expecting this whatsoever, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.